segue maybe to the next guy that could play that position. What have you just seen from Tyler from when he showed up last year as a true freshman to where he is now?
Well, recruiting Tyler out of Arizona was he's grown into. Hopefully, you see those things come out when you recruited him and you did your checklist and you did your evals. What traits he's got, what kind of personality he's got, how does he like to work. A lot of the core fundamental things that I thought could be built on, he's developed and blossomed into. I think Tyler's going to be a really promising young quarterback in this conference. Given the right opportunity and guidance, he'll be as good as anybody.
Guys like to play right away. How much of a benefit has it been for him to sit behind Justin for 2 years and just kind of take in what he's done?
I think it's been great. I think those guys. It's hard to tell someone that when you're recruiting them and you're saying, hey, you're going to learn behind. You're going to be in a great position to grow and not have yet maybe played a ton, and that's hard to understand until you do it. But you have to use examples. And fortunately, I've been around, great mentors, Jeff Tedford, who've helped me understand how to get quarterbacks to mature throughout learning and the situations where you pay attention to NFL quarterbacks who sit and watch guys develop before they actually get thrown in the fire. And I think it's a great opportunity. He sees it now that the ability he's had to sit behind Justin and learn and see things is going to only pay dividends moving forward.
4 months from now, your phone rings and it's Justin's quarterback's coach with whatever team drafts him. What do you tell that guy in terms of both the kid he's getting, but also kind of how to go about connecting with him and building a relationship with him?
The last part, probably, Rob, is make sure you build a relationship with him. I think any great quarterback, any great coach, let alone quarterback coach, is going to understand mentally. That's the toughest. Knows it's the toughest position in sports because of having to deal with the mental hurdles of it, getting through things like this and the pressure and all the stuff and all the accolades and all the blame. And I think that a quarterback coach in 4 months, he calls him and say, hey, how much do you know him? How much are you guys around him? Get to know him, get down to the nuts and bolts, get him to trust you, and you guys will do great. Those won't be an issue. Justin loves to work. The guys who are fortunate enough to get a chance to get with him will be amazingly excited about it.
You've clearly coached him up, and he's grown leaps and bounds on the field. But have you had conversations with him over the years about situations like this and what's expected of him and how to go about handling that in the best way possible?
Yeah, loosely. I mean, you do just enough to where you can kind of talk through it enough, and then you move forward. And we hadn't spent an inordinate amount of time in the last 3 years of talking about kind of that part of it. We've talked loosely about it because I think it's important for him to understand, and more as we've got closer in that regard. And I think that it's really cool to see. It's really cool to see some of the things blossom, in him.
What were the discussions like last year with Justin about him, because he could have left last year and gone to the NFL. What did he want to work on? What did you want to work on with him? And has he accomplished those goals this year?
Well, I just feel that, personally, we sat down and we talked about it at length, was the opportunity to grow. Grow as a quarterback, both on and off the field, mature with your locker room, mature with your guys. Not to mention the fact he's an Oregon kid. He's from Eugene. He's got the loyalty and pride he's got for the school's amazing. It's really nice to see. And so on top of that, talking through what I thought he could grow through with protection and footwork and timing and rhythm and understanding defense and things I know they're gonna help him as he moves forward. If we could get a little more of that, I think it'd only be an advantage, and I think it paid off. I think you see some of the games slow down him. I think his footwork and in the pocket, I think his accuracy, little things that you'd hope you see to improve a little bit, I think he did a great job with.
When you got here, obviously he'd been through a Pac-12 grind, thrown into the fire really. Where was his confidence level at after going through that, and how did you try to enhance that?
Well, I think the thing that we were able to hit it off with Bus was he was a true freshman, and I was a true freshman too at different levels, but had been, obviously I'm fortunate to have been trained the right way with some right coaches that kind of gave me the advantage of sitting down and really talking to him first about his experience and where he was at and get to know him and see where he was at mentally and then work from there instead of just saying, here's X's and O's and let's just fly forward. And that helped me get to know him. It helped me earn his trust in regards to understanding what he went through that first year. And then from there, it was foot on the gas and get to know each other and work through it and handle those ebbs and flows that come with being a college quarterback and an elite one, and try to develop in the best we can be. And he's done an awesome job.
How unique is that for him and these offensive linemen to go through this whole thing together without a lot of moving parts, really?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's something that everyone probably should take note of. I mean, we're highlighting the ability of all these guys to stay together, but continuity in sports is a lot. We say it a lot, but I don't know how much it's practiced in regards to what you can control. And so I think it's something that I know I'm fond of in regards to that, because I think the continuity of a staff, the continuity of guys, continuity of players enhances the relationship and the chemistry. And if you don't take that at the forefront, I think sometimes you can be left behind and unfortunately be hard to work uphill against that thing.
Are you all business with Justin? I know the O-line takes great relish in giving him a hard time. What's your relationship in that regard? Or?
Yeah, we've got a really close relationship. We spend a lot of time together. We spend a lot of time talking about things that aren't football. I can't really compete with his hair, but that's, I guess, something that I've just kind of acquiesced to. But he's just an amazing young man. We take every opportunity we can to look at the bigger picture of things. And I think that's important in any coach-player relationship. I think it earns trust and builds that glue that when things start to get bumpy, that you can fall back onto as people, no different than any other relationship. And I'm just fortunate to have been around him.
How do you think he'll